This is Rob TEBBUTT for Behind the Gloves. I'm here with unbeaten super bantamweight Lucien Reid. How are you doing today, Lucien?
Good. I'm tired after training. I'm hungry. Got my water here, so I'm sweet, but yeah, it's been a good session today.
It's been a good session. It's a very quiet day in the gym. There's no one else here other than Mr. Edwards. Will you explain to people what you're doing here? How come there's nobody else here?
I'm fighting September the 16th. People on holiday, people are relaxing. Bennett's just won a world title and he's got the most biggest cut in his forehead, so he's off for a bit. Josh Kelly's just boxed and he's boxed, I think, every month, so he's got a bit of time off as well. So it's just me and Charlie. Charlie's got a big fight coming up. I've hopefully got a big fight coming up. I'm flying in September, like I said. I'm just trying my hardest to make it out there, you know. I just want a belt. I just want to start stepping up in the ranks.
With that in mind, do you have an opponent, or do you have an opponent sort of in mind for September?
I've been told by the matchmaker that I'm one of the hardest fighters to match for some reason. So no, I don't have an opponent, but I do. I want someone. I want to fight for a belt, like I've said in other interviews. I want any belt, international, intercontinental, all of them. I'll just fight for anything. So
you feel like you're ready to be taking that next step now? Because I mean, what, you're 6-0?
6-0.
6-0.
4 KOs.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, 100%. Like the people I'm training with a world champion. I've been sparring him for I think a year and a half now. I'm in him having great spars. Me and Charlie having great spars. So I've got the best of the best team around me. I've got Roger Lee. I've got Adam Booth. I've got Charlie Batt around me. So it's just. I know I'm ready. I don't think I'm ready. I know I'm ready.
And now this is something that I always like to ask people who have worked with Adam Booth, because I'm a massive fan of Adam. I think he's a fantastic coach, very knowledgeable. I mean, what is it like to work with Adam Booth in a gym like this, which is, as you say, thriving with young fighters?
Intense, very intense. He's
meticulous.
Yeah, he's someone. He'll tell you to do something, and you have to do it. Like you can't try to get around it. He'll make sure that you get everything pinpoint. Like our pad session, it's not just 3 minutes of just boom, 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 boom. It's 3 minutes of do a certain thing and do it right, and do it every time until you get it right. And then once you've got it right, you have to repeat it so it stays there. So yeah, everything's precise, everything's very technical with Adam. So
it's that sort of muscle memory, like constantly rebuilding it in. So when you're in a fight, you don't have to think about it, you can just do it.
React straight away, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, out on September the 16th. You've been out once this year already in May. Yep. Is it something that you're looking at being a little bit more active as you make the push forward? Obviously you can't make the fights yourself, but I'm sure you'd like to be out in the ring a little bit more regularly.
I would love to be out more regularly, you know, because I'm a fighter. I've been boxing 12 years now, and this is probably the most inactive I've been in the 12 years, regardless of me. I only used to box in championships as an amateur because I wouldn't get any fights for some reason. And I just like to fight. Like I'm sparring with the best of the best now, and I'm training with the best. I just want to fight as much as I can and show people what I can do.
As you say, you're sparring with the best, you're working with a fantastic team behind you. What improvements do you think that helps you make from a technical point of view? Obviously, you mentioned the meticulousness of Adam Booth's work. What specifically do you feel like you're improving on as a fighter coming up?
Just everything. Reactions. My reactions are unbelievable at the moment, because when you've got someone like Charlie Edwards throwing about 50 shots per minute, it's like you have to react quite a lot. But just power, we're doing a lot of like strength training downstairs. We've got a great gym here. Just everything, like my knowledge of boxing as well. Like Adam makes us watch old school fighters, and like I said to you earlier, my favourite fighter is Sugar Ray Leonard, so I try to imitate the hand speed and like the slickness of him. But obviously we have to think about what Adam wants us to do as well, and do what Adam wants. So I've improved massively.
Yeah, because as you say, I mean, you have to tailor it around to what Adam wants. Adam, obviously, as we keep saying, very meticulous. He has a very specific style that he that implements on his fighters. He has that Adam Booth style. I mean, as I say, I'm a massive fan of it. When you joined up with Adam, is that something that you took a while to get used to? Is it something that you're still adapting to, or is it, you know?
Adam Booth's style is more slick. It's like everything's for purpose, and I was very slick as a fighter. I've always been a good fighter, but with Adam Booth's side, I took to it straight away, because Adam, I think we worked on, it was 2 to 3 weeks just on a jab. So my jab wasn't how the Adam Booth jab should be.
That's like the cornerstone of how he,
yeah, it's literally, his jab is unbelievable, and there's like 4 lots of jabs that he does. So it took me a couple of weeks to get that, but other than that, we've been working with head movement, like reaction wise, everything's coming together at the moment. I can feel myself getting better and better each day.
Okay, well I won't keep you too long, because as you said, you've been in the gym with Charlie today ticking over, and I was very impressed with what I saw. If you've got any final thoughts, please share them now.
Final thoughts, I want to be British champion by next year.
Mid next year.
Mid next year, because I've looked at the British champion at my weight and he runs around the ring, so I think I'm going to catch him quite easily.
Do you have a message for him?
Let's get it on. Let's do this, you know? I mean, you ain't got nothing to lose. I'm only 7-0. Well, you have got something to lose because I will take that belt, you know.
Okay, great. Well, Lucien Reid, thanks very much for speaking to Behind the Gloves. Looking forward to seeing you out on the September the 16th on the Billy Joe Saunders, Willie Monroe undercard.
It's going to be a good show.
Who do you like in that show, in that fight?
Billy Joe. I've watched Billy Joe spar with lots of like Josh Kelly and that. He's unbelievable. So smart, very smart.
While we're hovering around the subject, obviously he was a stablemate for a short period of time. You've given us a brief glimpse into what it was like having him in the gym. I mean, how highly do you rate Billy Joe? Because he gets quite a lot of stick from, I wouldn't call them less informed boxing fans, but people who maybe don't know Billy Joe as well as you will from spending some time with him. I mean, how good is Billy Joe?
He's one of the best I've seen. One of the best. Everything he does, he come in the gym and he wasn't, well, he come in the gym, started camp, and that fight didn't go ahead, but from what I see, him sparring, everything was perfect. Everything was perfect. His foot was perfect. His shot selection was perfect. He's a world champion. You could tell why he's a world champion as well.
Maybe you'll get there one day soon.
I will, 100%.
Brilliant. Okay, Lucien Reid, thanks very much for speaking to us. See you soon.
Hey fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.